Southwest Florida, welcome back to the award-winning Lee Pitts Live. Making my adjustments here every year around this time. I get a chance to wear this African get-up, which I love wearing, and it's even more since the movie Panther has come out, Black Panther. Everybody gets a chance to, whenever they get opportunity, they want to wear their African outfits. The pride is certainly here. Where are we? We're at the African Network of Southwest Florida's annual gala. It's 2018. Where the theme is embracing our diversity. We're here at the Crown Plaza Hotel. This place here is going to be packed. The reception is going on outside. They'll eventually move inside. I get in here and get set up in advance to document the event. And I get the big hitters here early, the big wheels here early before the crowd gets here so that I can make sure I take care of them. Speaking of big hitter, we have here Dr. Peter Denui, whom you've seen on my television show over the years. In fact, we are looking to rename the show in 2019 Dr. Peter Denui Live because he's on here so much.
That's a big honor, man.
Dr. Peter Denui is the president of the African Network of Southwest Florida. Now we're at about our 11th year in terms of these galas, and they all have lived up to expectations. Dr. Peter, welcome to Lee Pitts Live, man.
Thank you so much. You know, I'm tempted to call you Lee Pitts, but I cannot, particularly on TV, because to me, you are an elder.
Right.
You know, so many years ago, you became an African elder, and particularly in this function, as the chief, I bow down to you because you are a great elder. So, Elder Kalawali, thank you so much for inviting me.
You know, that's so cool, you know, to be selected by you guys some years ago, about 3 years ago, and being christened as an elder of the African tribe. You've only done 2 elders here in Southwest Florida, and I was the first one that you made an elder. And as I've grown into my eldership, I've learned that I have a lot of responsibility as an African elder, and it's like the highest honor that I ever had.
Right.
Also, I like the fact that you guys gave me my African name, Muze Kalawali.
That's right.
Tell our audience what that African name means.
Yes. First of all, Muze is elder. Elder who gives wisdom. And what Kalawali means is the wisdom of bringing people together. Is the elder who brings the village together. And we love it. Every name, by the way, has a meaning, and that is what it means, and that's what you do, my brother. I am so proud of you, of what you do in the community. You bring us all together in a big way. Thank you so much.
Well, I love that, and I love the fact that that recognition comes from such a prestigious organization as the African Network of Southwest Florida. In my view, I think you're one of the most important organizations in all of Southwest Florida, and certainly one of the most important nonprofits in the area who, by your leadership and the board of directors and all the members, are able to provide students with scholarships. So we're here celebrating tonight. It'll be over 300 people here, or probably some more, and we'll have a great night. But after tonight, we'll be able to give out those scholarships. How proud are you to be able to give those scholarships out each year? Tell us a little about the scholarships, who they go to, and so on.
Right. It's really humbling to be able to give the scholarships. Let me tell you, so many people from Africa that you see here are here because of our education. There is nothing that matters more, that has elevated us more to where we are, than education. And to be able to help a young boy, a young girl, to be able to acquire that education. Education is empowering. And when we empower an individual, we empower the community, and you don't know what community to empower. For many of us, when you're being empowered in the villages in Africa, we didn't know we would be here serving people in this community. So we give students from Africa who are mainly in Florida Gulf Coast University, but also in other places, because in many ways those students pay a lot more money. The system in America is made in a way that they have to pay a lot more money, and when they pay a lot more money, they come from families which cannot afford, and we chip in, we help them, and you'll be actually doing it tonight. We'll be giving at least 2 students tonight.
Outstanding. Let me get you to hold this up the entire time.
Yes.
Stay right there. Now, what has been the response? Well, let's back up for a second.
Yes.
What is the African Network of Southwest Florida?
African Network originally was created by people who had migrated recently from Africa. And as we are trying to find our identity, we realized that how far can we go? And at some point we realized almost everybody can trace their origin if they go back and keep going back. If they do their DNA, many people have come from Africa. It doesn't matter when you came. So it's everybody. And so we realized that
hence the motherland.
There's the motherland for everybody.
Right.
White folks, black folks, green folks, it doesn't
Asians,
matter who,
then
anybody. And so we find our niche is the organization that brings people together and realize that we have a common origin. That realize that we are all equal. We are all children of God. We are all important. Doesn't matter what we are. So we try to bring together. Doesn't mean that we cannot differ. We can have our differences, but we should respect one another.
One of the things, too, that happens here at your gala, and of course I get to see all these galas for many years because of the station that I hold in life.
Right.
Your gala is extremely unique.
Yes.
You all cultures are here.
Right.
People from all across the Atlantic, the Pacific Ocean. You have, throughout Africa, you have a lot of representation from the different countries in Africa, from Tanzania to Botswana to Kenya to the Ivory Coast to Zimbabwe and so on and so forth.
Right.
That gives me an opportunity to name some African places that I know.
Soweto,
Johannesburg,
yes.
South Africa, and so on.
Right.
The that blend and
Yes.
that contribution that you guys make to the community is tremendous. About 2 or 3 years ago when I was the keynote speaker, I brought out the point that many of these doctors in these hospitals here, these professors at the universities and at the high schools, many of them are Africans.
Right. And we are very proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
And we are harbored by that. Because in many ways when you give a child, because in many ways most of us go through very difficult socioeconomic status, just like you in the hood in Alabama. But when we give a child a sense of power, that they can do it. That's how you see so many of those doctors. We come from nowhere. We were meant to be almost nothing. But God and support of communities elevate us to where we are, and we thank God that we are able to serve people here.
We also want to give a shout out to Todd Thomas.
Yes.
People, you guys don't see him. That's my frat brother,
Right.
Phi Beta Sigma behind the scene. He's able to find a African outfit in blue and white
he's cool,
brigade.
man. He's cool.
He's the coolest cat.
Yeah.
And he's well traveled, by the way. I'm looking forward to interviewing him. Your outfit.
Right.
People on television are looking at this and on social
Right.
media.
Yes.
They're like, well, ask him about the outfit, Lee. Well, let me tell you guys something. Every year, Dr. Denui, he comes with a different African outfit. I love it. I just always wonder what he's going to wear. I try to outdress him. I can never, ever win. Look like you get this stuff custom made, sent in.
Yeah.
This time you're breaking out the red hat.
Right.
Does anything on here symbolize anything? Because I know in Africa, everything always symbolizing something.
Did you say does anything? Everything symbolizes something.
Okay.
Even these colors.
Go ahead.
We try to dress up by the theme. And to some extent, when you look at my heart, that's for loyalty.
Okay.
So I wear the lead, the chief, loyalty. But as we go down, you see the colors changing. Because what does that is the chief is not just to lord it over them. It's to be able to bring the community together. That's your role. Don't be divisive. So you have to wear that. Everybody sees that you are the chief. But down there they see you are one of them. So you see everything, including my shoe, my friend. Can you see that too? Yeah.
Todd, it's okay for you to pan down.
Yeah,
just grab that handle and just go
okay.
down slowly and
So
come back up. There you go.
see,
Come on back up slowly. Go ahead.
This was originally worn by princesses because
Okay.
it was simplified. But as you go on, once you wear the hat, then you become the chief's hat. And that's what it is. And you are supposed to be simple. As you can see, I don't have the big one. You know the big one?
Right, right.
It's got 2,500 naira. So I don't have that now because our theme is embracing our diversity. I must simplify myself. You can see I'm very simple but elegant attire.
Always elegant.
Thank you.
My man.
Thank you so much.
And
You
people,
look good too.
I know. I'm acting all formal with Peter, but basically, doesn't a week go by that Peter and I don't talk or text each other maybe twice in a week?
At least on Sunday morning.
Right.
Right.
That's why I tell people I'm blessed in the sense that for many years I've had African friends. Since I was 18 when I met the first African on a college campus, I've always had African friends, and I understand that there's no better friendship that you can have than with a person from Africa. It's totally different, Americans, I'm telling you. When you have an African as a friend, that's a real friend. I mean, thick and thin. You talk every day. You text. You just they're there, and it's loyalty. It's like a village. It's the brotherhood.
Yes.
Now, is that something that's traditional in Africa, where your friendship, the brotherhood, is so much tighter? It's not casual like here.
Yes, I may not have the right word to use translated from the Kikuyu and from the languages, but it is like every brother, every sister is a gift to you. Mm-hmm. Everybody you encounter, they are your gift. And as you see, some gifts when you get, we're going to go to Christmas very soon, and there are many gifts. Some gifts you keep there, you don't unwrap. And the problem is, you don't even know how important they were to you. And others you enjoy and you use them a lot. So you have your people. You have your people who are gifts to you. They are your gifts. They come to you. Please unwrap those gifts. You enjoy. And that's what we do. That's what, like you just mentioned. Every week we must talk, because I learn a lot from you, not just as an elder. There's a lot. You are a gift to me, but you don't realize that.
But you know I'm taking this elder thing really seriously. Now that I know that my responsibility,
right,
whether it's dealing with you, Yamasi, and all the different Africans. I like when you guys call me and say, elder, we want to run this by you, want to run this by you. Right. At first I was like, really? But I realized that's a lot of responsibility. So I just tell the truth and try to help move the process along. And I'm really proud to be an elder.
And you've also seen sometimes I will just call you and tell you, elder, I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. I appreciate your words of wisdom you give to me. Because as you don't realize, sometimes it's a controversial issue, and the way I love it between our relationship is you can tell me the truth, even if the truth I don't want to hear it.
No, you don't want to hear the truth.
Some people want just to tell you what you want to hear. And you tell me, Peter, maybe you should have done this.
That's right.
And then I like it, and I improve from there.
Right, but over the years, you've gone to understand that, hey, Lee is just telling me the truth.
No,
the first one I used to do, I used to like be kind of thinking I didn't like you or something, but then because I might be giving you some advice on how to do something, and then as time went on, you might have thought I was criticizing something, but I was over time you say, oh no, Lee is just giving me what I need to know.
I probably did not know you well, because some of these people you meet and you don't know them that well. Mm-hmm. And then they're criticizing you. Hey, who are you to criticize me? Who are you to just criticize me? No, you tell me as it is, and I tell you too.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But you're the only person. I'm trying to get this off of me and maybe get him to turn that down when we finish. But you're the only one in Southwest Florida who can put together and bring the type of people who are going to be here tonight. You're the only person that could do that. I know it's an organization, it's a group effort, but your personality, your connections, the way you reach out to people. I just interviewed the lady who's down from Tampa. She said you saw her website, you reached out to her, and she hadn't even met you yet. Right. Ursula. I said, yes. I told her, when you meet him, you're going to understand how great person he is. She said.
That's wonderful. But, okay, I'm honored that you say that, and I'm humbled. But I cannot take that credit, because you can't do anything like this on your own. Nobody can do that. I can't accept that credit. There is a whole lot of people behind me, mm-hmm. the board members, the organizing committee, the people like you who I learn some ideas through, and you tell me, Peter, you could do this better,
mm-hmm.
And then I take that, you take that. I reach out, and some things I take, some things I don't take, but I enjoy my role, and I'm humbled that I'm the president. But I just do my little part, and everybody do their little part, and that's what it is. Each one of us has a talent, mm-hmm. and all we need to do is use that talent.
Excellent. We have other people who will be coming for interviews, but I want to sum some things up with you. Like, first of all, we're right now at the reception stage of the gala.
Yes.
We're moved from the reception to the actual program.
Right.
The reception is outside. I want people to know it's outside in the garden.
Yes.
And they'll see people filing in here shortly. What can people expect to take place tonight? Give us a general idea of what happens at an African Network Gala.
Yes, this is a very, very unique kind of gala. The keynote speaker is coming from Atlanta. He is the CEO of the Human Rights Center in Atlanta, Georgia. We got people like Ursula who will be performing, but everything rotates around embracing our diversity.
Great.
There'll be little bits and pieces here. I don't want to preempt everything.
Good.
But what I want to tell you is this. There's no time in this country or even in the world that concept, which is so simple, of embracing our diversity is needed than ever before. Mm-hmm. We need to regroup. We need to see everybody else as being important. And that is the message that I want everyone to take tonight.
And I know you're very proud of our keynote speaker last year.
Yes.
From, was she from Kenya?
No, she's from Somalia.
Somalia.
She was a refugee in Kenya.
Eham, who's now going on to be a senator, a congresswoman.
Congresswoman, yes.
Say a little bit about her. You got a chance to spend some time with her recent times.
Right. You know, Johan, when I meet her, she always calls me Uncle Peter, and then she talks to me and asks me some advice. I sometimes ask her, Johan, do you know who you are? The whole world is talking about you, a congresswoman. You are among the only 2 Muslim women in that Congress ever before. And then, you know, the results were announced on a Tuesday. Then on Thursday, she's here. I say, Johan, you know, there are many places you could have gone to.
Wow.
You know how many people would be... Yeah, but I just wanted to spend time with Uncle Peter and Priscilla.
Isn't that something?
Just came here, and I just don't want anything public. I just want to hang out with you. And that's why it surprised you. I just did not. I wanted my kids to just hang out with Uncle Peter. I'm running away from hell, and I'm coming to this place because it is warm, one. But when I was here, I felt the warmth of the people too, and that's why I came.
Well, I can't wait till you get a chance also to take a picture with my son.
Yes.
He's here, and he loves being around Africans. That's going to be a big deal for him to actually, you know, talk to a real African and take pictures and all of that.
You're gonna
looks like you have some really big sponsors and different people who contributed to this.
Yes.
I don't want you to call everybody's name, but I want you to kind of mention some corporations or some individuals who really come out, along with Repeat Live, of course, to help make this a reality.
Well, like you mentioned, Repeat Live is not just a sponsor, it's a media sponsor. And as we have said over and over, there's a lot that you have contributed to make this over and over what it is. I have treasured your advice. I think I've become a better person by our friendship. But in addition, almost every organization, I just don't want to name them.
Right, it's like...
Because the city, the mayor will be here, the university, they bought 2 tables, the school district, the Lee Health, Cape Coral Community Foundation.
The North Law Firm.
North Law Firm, Esmond Lewis, how do I go? Haitian American Democratic Club, they're now called Haitian American Cultural.
Okay.
Yes.
Just a gambit.
And I'm telling you, everybody, we have about 25 sponsors.
Outstanding. And I remember your first gala, as I said, you had 0 sponsors.
Yeah, 0 sponsors. They didn't
and
even know
we had a small group, and now this.
Right.
But I don't know if you recall this, but I want to get this on tape for history's sake.
Yes.
When I was emceeing that particular gala, the first gala, I didn't just show up when you guys became fancy.
Yeah.
I said on that stage that evening that this gala is going to become one of the biggest events in Southwest Florida, and it's going to get to the point where it's not going to be enough space. And in here tonight, it's not even enough space. You had to cut off ticket sales, right?
And at that time, I'm telling you, I didn't believe you.
At that time?
I didn't believe you. Because you see, most of us are not from here. You know, we just came recently. And we know organizations here which have established. We just finding our ground here, just coming together, let's eat together, let's dance together like we do it in Africa. But slowly when we embraced everybody, people have come to resonate with what we bring to the community. We think we have a niche in this community, and we are not better or worse than anybody. We are just different, and we have a role to play, and we treasure it a great deal.
You're very important to the community.
Thank you.
To sum this up, when you said that you didn't believe me when I said that on the stage, when I was standing on the stage looking out at the people, could have been about 60 people there.
Right, yes.
Maybe 50, nothing like 300 we might see tonight. But when I was looking out there at the people, and I was looking at the theme and what you guys were trying to accomplish, and I saw the smiles and how everybody was happy and everybody was willing to work, I knew that it was unique, and I knew that it would eventually blossom from a raindrop.
You're a dreamer, man.
Hey, I've seen so many things blossom in my life, but from a raindrop, it would become an ocean. Now it is an ocean. At the time, it was a raindrop.
Maybe you're like, we'll get to the ocean. We're moving on, you know. We're looking forward to just grow, and I hope we embrace everybody. We are hoping that the community here will eventually come together. We can have political differences. We can have all kinds of differences, but we don't have to kill each other. We don't have to attack each other. We can appreciate everybody, my brother. Thank you so much.
And the old African proverb, move softly, but make a big impact. And certainly that is what's happening here tonight. The African Network of Southwest Florida has moved softly and made a big impact on Southwest Florida. And we're looking forward to the gala. I want to thank Dr. Peter Denui for coming over and joining us.
Yes.
And we'll be back with more conversation right here at the African Network of Southwest Florida's 2018 gala right here at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Fort Myers.
And we appreciate everything you bring. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.